the insane reason MySpace lost everything. Hello lovely viewers and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will take a look at the incredible journey of once famous MySpace. Started from being one of the most popular apps to being nothing but a memory today. This is the story of MySpace. Watch the video till the end. Let's get on with it, shall we? Several workers of eUniverse, now called Intermix Media, an American internet marketing company, had Friendster accounts. They recognized the social networking site's potential in August 2003 and made the decision to copy the website's more well-liked elements. Cold Fusion was used to implement the original MySpace version, which was ready for release in about 10 days. The site had access to a full infrastructure of finance, human resources, technology, bandwidth, and server resources. The project was supervised by Brad Greenspan, the founder and CEO of eUniverse, who also oversaw Krista Wolf, the first CEO of MySpace, Josh Berman, Tom Anderson, the first president of MySpace, and a group of programmers from eUniverse and other resources. In June 2003, during this early stage soon before the launch of MySpace, Jeffrey Edel was appointed chairman of parent firm Intermix Media. Employees of eUniverse were among the initial MySpace users. To discover who could sign up the most new customers, the corporation sponsored competitions. MySpace was given new life by eUniverse, which also utilized its 20 million users and email subscribers to propel it to the front of the social networking field. Tone Nguyen, a software specialist who Greenspan asked to join the team, played a vital role in stabilizing the platform. Aber Whitcomb, a co-founder and CTO, contributed significantly to the design of the program by utilizing Cold Fusion's higher development speed at the time compared to other dynamic database-driven server-side languages. Friendster, which was built using Java server pages, could not keep up with the rate of development of MySpace, and despite having almost 10 times as many developers, users could, for instance, change the background, feel, and appearance of MySpace pages. Your Z.com, Inc. was the original owner of the MySpace.com domain and had planned to utilize it until 2002 as a website for online data storage and sharing. It changed from being a file storage service to a social networking site by the end of 2003. The Wolf was reminded by a buddy in the data storage industry that he had previously purchased the domain name MySpace.com. The Wolf advised that they make the basic MySpace service pay for use. Greenspan, however, rejected it because he thought that the site needed to remain free in order to foster a vibrant community. Among teenagers and young adults, it immediately became quite famous. The Wolf met with Mark Zuckerberg in February 2005 to discuss buying Facebook, but he turned down his $75 million offer to do so. One of News Corporation's first significant internet acquisitions, MySpace was bought for US $580 million in July 2005. The business had 16 million monthly users at the time of the acquisition and was rapidly expanding. It was thought at the time that News Corporation's purchase of the website was a wise investment because it had defeated Viacom by providing a greater price. MySpace tripled in worth from its original acquisition price in just a year. The acquisition was viewed by News Corporation as a means of maximizing internet advertising and increasing traffic to other News Corporation domains. MySpace's exponential growth continued following the takeover. The website was adding 200,000 new visitors every day in January 2006. A year later, it had surpassed Yahoo to become the most popular website in the US, and it was adding 320,000 new members per day. High engagement levels were referred to by ComScore as a major factor in the US popularity of the website, with the typical MySpace member reading over 660 pages each month. On August 9, 2006, in the Netherlands, the 100 millionth MySpace account was made. MySpace and Google inked an historic advertising agreement in the same month that promised MySpace $900 million over 3 years, more than 55% more than News Corporation had spent to buy the company. In return, MySpace granted Google the license to display sponsored links and web search results. By October 2006, MySpace had increased its monthly income from $1 million to $30 million, with the Google partnership accounting for half of of that increase. The remaining 50% was generated through display ads that MySpace's internal sales staff sold. MySpace and SoftBank launched a 50-over-50 joint venture in November 2006 in order to launch the website in Japan. MySpace was the most popular social networking site in all of Europe in 2007. In Spain, France, and Germany, the company's active reach, or the proportion of the population that visited the site, was between 10 and 15 times higher in July 2007 than for Facebook. In terms of reach, MySpace had a 2-to-1 advantage over Facebook in the United Kingdom as well. The Google-led open social partnership, which also included Friendster, Hi5, LinkedIn, Plaxo, Ning, and Sixapart, welcomed MySpace into Bo on November 1, 2007. The alliance's objective was to encourage the use of a uniform set of standards by programmers who create applications for social networks, in order to create a counterbalance to Facebook after failing to establish its own social networking service Orkut. In the American market, Google had formed this partnership. MySpace was at its peak when News Corporation tried to merge it with Yahoo in 2007 and was worth $12 billion. Isn't that amazing? On MySpace, teenagers were being able to access adult content, and many concerning cases were seen that upset parents. Thus, MySpace promised that if the victim confirms his or her identity and flags the false profile by email, it would be removed. And it discovered and erased 29,000 registered sex offenders accounts in July 2007. Another tragedy had taken place a year before. Megan Meyer, a 13-year-old, committed suicide in October 2006 as a result of cyberbullying perpetrated by the mother of a friend who pretended to be a 16-year-old called Josh Evans and sent the messages. Furthermore, the most notable incident was Sammy, also known as JS. Space Hero was an XSS worm that was created by Sammy Kamkar to spread over the social networking site MySpace. Sammy was the fastest spreading virus ever when it was released on October 4, 2005, since more than 1 million users had already run the payload in just 20 hours. The two most widely used social networking sites in the world, Facebook and MySpace, promoted the human propensity for social interaction, but they did it in very different ways. The distinction in approaches is evident in their slogans. Facebook's slogan says that it helps you connect and share with the people in your life, indicating that you already have a social network, and that is the key thing here. Facebook solely supports communication between its users. This can be compared to MySpace's tagline, "A place for friends." The distinction is slight yet important. MySpace is a thing, a location, a new hangout spot, a type of virtual equivalent to the mall enjoyed by teens, whereas Facebook is a platform meant to assist communication and networking. Eventually, MySpace was surpassed by Facebook in May 2009 in terms of unique US visitors. MySpace thereafter had a steady decline in membership. Its collapse has been attributed to a number of factors, including the fact that Facebook continuously introduces new features to enhance the social networking experience, while it clung to a portal strategy of growing an audience around entertainment and music. While the Google partnership was a short-term financial bobbin, according to a former MySpace executive, it ultimately hurt the company because it forced MySpace to display more advertising on its already heavily marketed area, which made the site slower and harder for users to use. While Facebook was introducing a fresh, new site design, MySpace was unable to test new ideas without losing money. Additionally, News Corporation exerted enormous pressure on MySpace in 2012 to focus on near-term monetization, as opposed to thinking about long-term product strategy, whereas Facebook prioritized user engagement above money. Around that time, social media firms like Twitter emerged and started focusing on MySpace members, while Facebook launched communication facilities that were perceived as more secure than MySpace. MySpace additionally struggled with vandalism, phishing, spyware, and spam issues that it was unable to resolve, giving the impression that the site was unsafe. Additionally, due to internal problems, authority figures like DeWolf and Anderson quit the organization. In February 2011, MySpace had its worst viewership reductions as traffic dropped 44% from a year earlier to 37.7 million US users. MySpace announced its acquisition by Specific Media for an unknown sum, which was speculated to be as little as $35 million, in an email to label partners and the press on June 29, 2011. For many years, the site was being bought and sold, but no company was able to restore it to its former glory, and now it only remains as a reminder of the past. And that was it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give this a like, comment and subscribe down below. Share the video to all and tap on the bell icon so you never miss an upload. I shall see you in the next video.